What's up with it, y'all? It's your boy OT,
and Miss Dorothy.
and you are now tuned into
Ain't nobody coming to see you, Otis.
Like, subscribe, and follow wherever you get your podcast from.
That's right, Otis. Whatever you say, Otis, y'all ain't stupid. They coming to see me.
Seem like it get longer and longer. No, I'm playing. Okay, words to live by / words of motivation. Don't judge each day by the harvest you reap, but by the seeds you plant. You know what I'm saying? Don't judge it off, okay, what did I reap to get a benefit? What did you sow, or what seed did you leave behind in somebody's life? Or, somebody you came across today. Because I feel like that seed you plant is bigger than what you go through. You know what I'm saying? You know, snap
That gets the mind. You get snap. That's gonna get the minds going.
Yeah. So, how you feel on that? Go ahead.
I feel like I'm not gonna go into detail about it, but that just hit me at the right time. It really did.
All right. Well,
thank you for that. I don't know where you found that. I don't know you came up for yourself. Otis the poet, love it.
no, you know what I'm saying. I always like to give credit where credit is due, because that's where I draw motivation from, is other people sometimes. So shout out to A-Ray. You know what I'm saying? Y'all better check that boy stories. He's dropping some jewels. So here we go.
Ain't nobody coming to see you, Otis.
I want to introduce y'all to a good friend of mine. Been my friend since the 6th grade, so that should tell you that's about almost 20-something years, But this is my friend Bebe King. If you know him, you know him. If you don't know him, you about to get to know him. So yeah, bro, like we was talking about some stuff. So lay it on me. Tell me.
What's up, Waco, y'all? Shout out. My boy Darrell for bringing me here. Some of y'all know him about Otis. I know him about Darrell. We go back to safe house days.
Yes, sir.
On north side, man. But it's funny that I'm here right now. Because the other night I was strolling through his page on Snap, and I see that he had this little studio set up. So I was like, hey, I called him. I was like, hey, what is that? He was like, man, it's a little podcast that we got going on. And I was like, hey, it's crazy because, I've been dealing through something, and, I've been dealing with this spiritual thing. And spiritually, I've been telling God that, I need to come across a broadcast, since I want to go back to school and, get people aware to what's going on out here, everyday struggles, everyday life. We all have someone that's in our family that's incarcerated, been incarcerated, dealing with the incarceration system. Me, myself, I'm dealing with the incarceration system, I just beat one life sentence, thank God, and I'm facing another one, which I'm going to get that beat too. But, I just came, I want to share some things with y'all, man, because, I'm right here from Waco, McLennan County, and, they trying to give me the life sentence right now, I ain't commit no crime. I ain't committed. I ain't killed nobody. I ain't hurt nobody. I ain't shot nobody. I ain't raping nobody. I ain't selling dope or nothing to nobody. I ain't doing nothing that the government doing, right? But anyway, I'm facing a life sentence,
So what are they trying to, what are they trying to put on you? Exactly what are they saying you did?
I've been charged with assault, family violence, burglary of habitation, there's always three sides to a story. My side, that side, and the truth, but, being that this is still an open case, I ain't got no secrets, I ain't got nothing to hide, but, there are certain things that I know they'll try to use against me, but, being that this is just a situation that everybody deal with. Being if you've been in a real relationship. If you've been in a real relationship, you go through arguments, you go through the ups and downs. Like, you know, you have these, which I feel like instead of them trying to destroy the household, they should be trying to get programs to where you have situations to where, like, if there's anger inside the household, like, let's get family counseling, let's get group counseling. But, you know, that's too much like right. You know, that's too much like right. So anything that's beneficial towards the male of a household, being where you come from. I used to say just blacks and Mexicans, but now I'm starting to see that, like, you know, throughout my own eyes and experience, like, this whole way of life that we living in right now, society is just losing humanity control, period. So it really don't matter what color your skin is now. If you can't sympathize with a person because of the emotion attached of human, then it's like, it's pointless. It don't matter what color your skin is. And I'm saying that from real live experience. And, you know, I don't know where to start, because I can start. I've been dealing with the criminal system.
You got a lawyer, though, right?
Yeah, it's court appointed, but, you know, God is above all, so that's my lawyer. I've been telling everybody since day one. Right. You know, I beat the first life sentence. I'm out here on the $200,000 cash bond. Did nobody bond me out? I ain't paying nobody to send me nowhere.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And this is why, like, the young generations that we out here right now, y'all need to go get a law book. If you're going to be out here committing crimes, go get a law book. Know what they can and not say to you before you do anything. If you choose to do that. I'm not saying go commit crimes. I'm saying if you're going to be out here, be smart about what you do. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes we used to run. Like, I never understood why as black people, you know, as kids, we ran from cops. Like, we see the cops and we take off running. I'm like, why do we have to run from the cops? You're not supposed to be fearing the cops, right? So it's like, you just have this automatic thing, you take off running. But no, you don't have to run if you learn your rights, because technically, I never had to talk to a law as a kid. My parents weren't available. Like, I'm not supposed to be speaking with you.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so I didn't know these things as a kid. So throughout the juvenile system, I was manipulated and how you say the word? Coerced? Like,
coerced.
You know, into saying certain things, you know what I'm saying? Like, and this was crazy because now that I know this, I walk into the courthouse now with a whole different mentality. Like, they can't say anything to me now.
Yeah.
Like I have no respect for the court system, because, like, not that I don't have respect for the law, which we don't even know what the law is no more, you know. So what are we respecting, to be honest with you? That's why, like, I'm at the point in my life to where, like, it's even in the Bible, for those of y'all that believe in the Bible, to where it says there's going to be a time to where you have to challenge man law versus God law. And I feel like that's the days we're living in now, because the law say that as a father, I'm not supposed to take care of my child because I get into an argument with their mother, right? Mm-hmm. The law say we put these restrictions up. You can't go around your child because y'all got into an argument, right? But the Bible say that God gave us children to take care of these children. Like, you have to do this. And I don't see how, like, how can anyone come along and just be like, hey, you know what? You're innocent till proven guilty, but you have to qualify and do all this. But you don't have to, though.
Yeah.
So the system is just all messed up, man. And even before we get to the system, you have to go back to, like, where it all first started. And I think it all started once we left the house. Because I know my grandmother, shout out to my grandma, may she rest in peace. I know she raised me a certain way to where, like, when I stepped out the household, the next playground for me was the schoolhouse.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And we had teachers then that was just like my grandparents, like, they cared. You know what I'm saying? They had somebody that cared. And that's not what we got nowadays. We don't have nobody that cared, and that's what we lacking.
Yeah.
Like, people be like, the young world is so messed up. Why, though? Like, why is the young world hurting?
Because that's what we was talking about, like having that safe house. Just having that place we could go to after school, like where they had PlayStations, they had snacks. Like every other Friday, they had movie night. Like either we gonna watch, you know how A-Ray be doing That's why stuff like that is just like they did it, like the fear factor stuff. Like, man, they used to do so much at the Family Worship Center, so it gave us kids something to do. But nowadays, you don't have those like real live after school programs that really intrigue your interest to do something other than, you know, fall into the streets. And then, like you said, like ignorance of the law is not an excuse, but nobody's sitting there teaching law in school.
At all.
They're not teaching you how to balance a checkbook. Like, think about it. They're really not teaching you real life skills. They're teaching you how to necessarily work for somebody.
Right.
And not like free your mind and do something better for yourself.
So that safe house place, like that was like an actual thing. That was an after school program.
Yeah. Like
the Safe House,
man.
The Safe House was actually a program connected to this church called Family Worship Center in Northside on 25th. Shout out Pastor Solo, Pastor Darrell, rest in peace. You know, it was a program for teens. You know, and me personally, I actually lied to get I signed my own application to get you know to get accepted off into this little program, man. But it was church based. It was church based. You know, Pastor Solo was running the youth pastor groups in, and I know for me, man, I seen the escape route, so I took a lot of my homeboys that I grew up with and homegirls too from my schools, and like I started taking all them there. Like after school, like we weren't going like go stand in the hood and no, we finna go up here and play basketball. We gonna go eat these free snacks. Like we gonna go up here.
No, for real.
And on Wednesday night, you know, I don't care where you at. Like if back in the day you grew up in somebody's household that spoke about Jesus. So on Wednesday night, I kind of like, hey y'all, look, if y'all come and go with me, we gonna eat, but y'all gotta go to church too. If y'all don't go to church, y'all can't eat. So we wound up going, and while we was there, Pastor Solo and them had these Christian rap groups, LGYs, shout out LGYs, you know.
Yeah,
they had these Christian rap groups that used to come and like perform and like entertain us. So it became a hobby for all of us. Like we was excited to go Monday through Friday. Like we knew where we was going after school. We was going like, so for a lot of us, it was an escape route. And we don't have that nowadays, you know what I'm saying? Like, we didn't have to worry about guns in schools because it was nothing to fight, lose a fight, you know.
Fight
get up.
Day.
And we homeboys and we cool again. Nowadays, though, like, and everybody needs to stop playing and stop blaming the rap game because everybody know the rap game been weak since forever. Like, you know, but stop blaming the rap game for what people are doing out here because music do play a role in people's life. Let me say that. Music do play a role in people's life because I believe that's the reason why I'm kind of the way I am because I chose to be like an R&B, but you know sometimes you push my button and then I blow shit up and shit get blown out of proportion. And see that's what I get known for. Like Lil Bebe, I'm not a troublemaker, man. Like I don't look for the trouble, but when you knock on my doorstep,
let's go. Shout out to our infamous vacuum,
Hey,
y'all.
vacuum.
Y'all know our podcast is nothing without it.
hey man, shout out to all janitors at every building because I'm one. And let me tell y'all something, man. Janitors are very important. Y'all really don't know that, especially these college
Yes,
students.
y'all are.
Especially these college students. Y'all don't appreciate us, man. You know, stop throwing y'all trash in front of the doors. Put it in the trash room. But anyway, yeah, you know, so like I'm thankful for y'all for this opportunity because like really I've been waiting to do this and like man, there's so much that I can say and do on any level. Like for real, like, you know what I'm saying? Because I have a passion for this and I wish I would have took it more serious back when I was in college, you know what I'm saying? Because people used to come and ask me while I was going to TSTC, like, hey man, you wanna come be in these shows that we about to do? And I'm like,
not too late though.
I'm cool. No, you're right.
Yeah,
like you know what I'm saying. So like I'm taking advantage of it. Like I said, I got this other leash on my neck now. This life sentence, but you know, like I ain't gonna let them hold me down. McLennan County, like
Right.
I ain't gonna let them hold me down. But really, I'm the type to where like I don't like complaining. If like I'm not gonna make a change about it, like you know what I'm saying. It's like don't complain. I used to tell people like this at my jobs all the time. Man, stop complaining if you're not gonna go to human resource about it.
Yeah.
Like, cause that's what they for. Like,
Yeah.
like stop complaining. Like, stop making an excuse if you're not gonna do something about it. And the reason why I'm like bringing up the whole life sentence situation is because like we have a problem here in Waco. We have a situation here in McLennan County where the same people been in office since I was a kid. I'm 34 years old. These judges been in these same office since I was kid. They went from juvenile judges to grown judges, and they doing the same thing they've been doing since day one. Lying and manipulating, just signing off on things, knowing they not upholding the law, So we really have to do something down south that they doing everywhere else that they not doing down south, because a lot of y'all are stuck on that old slavery mentality. If it ain't my business, I'm not worried about it. And that's dumb. That's really dumb to sit here and complain about you not getting your food stamps no more, complain about your taxes being too high, but you don't want to do nothing about it. I can't. The gas price is too high, but you don't want to do nothing about it.
Gas price is high right now.
So what are you complaining about? You don't want to do nothing about it. Your brother's locked up in a jail cell. You say you love them, but you don't want to get out here and help them change something so we can do something different.
This is true.
Dang.
Shanti, my nigga Tito mama, how you doing?
But yeah, like honestly, we do have to change that narrative. So
real,
you know what I'm saying? I know you talking about it, bro, but we have to be that change. You know what I'm saying? Like because bro, like, think about it. Growing up, you have always been a leader. You know what I'm saying? You didn't follow nobody. You gained friends. Like shit, me and you, I didn't think we would ever be friends, but it's like me and you clicked tight the first time we met each other. But it's just like, it's crazy, bro, because you're really a leader. So people will follow, but if you educate your stuff, then everybody else will educate them, because then they be like, okay, Bebe, what's this? Because I got a homeboy that he actually helped me, like I said, through my case when I was telling about the weed and shit like that. He was the one telling me, like, bro, like, why is your stuff this? He like, bro, something ain't right, because he went to school for criminal justice, and I told him, I said, bro, you need to go back, because it's people like you that you find out the truth, you find out all this stuff, and now it's like, dang, I ain't gonna lie to you, I'm looking, it's people like me that I don't want to know, because I'm not trying to find out. I'm not trying to fuck around and find out with the law. I'm good. But it's just like sometimes, like you said, some people don't know, and they get themselves into some things. So a person of your caliber would be perfect.
And see,
Very much so.
It's nothing wrong with not want to. Okay, listen. It's nothing wrong with not want to be involved in it directly, but behind the scenes, there's just something that each one of us as men, like I literally, like, we got like over 2,000, let's say 2,000, let's just say 2,000, right? Brothers on one unit, right?
Okay.
And I'm talking about my brothers in white. Like, we have these 2,000 male figures that's like, we didn't know the law. We didn't know other law. We didn't know what we was doing or what was like. As a man, like, what are we supposed to do? Like, what are we qualified, like, not in our own parents' eyes, but like, what's society? Like, what is men roles in society? Yeah. Coming up as a kid, I wasn't ever taught that you need to prepare yourself so that you can be prepared to vote. So that one day, if you wanted to voice your opinion, you can be able to go up here and say this and say that and do that. Like, I was too busy talking about, like, what's 2 + 2? Because that's what they taught in school. Even though before I went to school, I knew what 6 × 6 was. Like, I didn't have to go to school for this because my mama and my granny taught me this. These are basic things that the school shouldn't be teaching your kids. You're supposed to be teaching them already, right?
Teaching them things that make them great adults, like that will make you strive, and like that's my opinion.
So when you coming out, because what are your parents teaching you? Like, when you walk outside the house, like, who's supposed to be teaching you 1 + 1, 2 + 2?
Yeah.
If I'm not wrong, ain't your parents supposed to be teaching this?
Right.
Because if the school don't teach them, who gonna teach them?
Nobody, baby.
Exactly. So for y'all that's watching, start teaching your kids, man. Get out the dance clubs. But hey, look, like, for real, like, these are certain subjects that I talk about, and one of the next topics I'm gonna go to, which is all involved. Look, if you notice, all this involved the criminal system, and like, I wish I would have paid so much attention to Tupac lyrics back in the day, because he said something that made total sense to me, man. He say, "Why does the judges make more than the teachers?"
I remember you talking to me about that.
Wow, for real. Like, why does a judge make more than the teacher when a judge don't do nothing but look at a piece of paper, memorize some words, and say, give them 25, give them 30, let them make it.
I love that. I was watching some TikToks and looking into some stuff not too long ago, and I don't know how I ended up going down this rabbit hole, but it was this page talking about judges, and it was judges themselves, older ones that have retired and everything, and they're like doing these confessions. Some of them are anonymous, some of them are their actual names, but some of them have even admitted to saying, like, yeah, if I had plans that day, or if I was ready for lunch, then I'm gonna give a guilty verdict, or I'm gonna do this, that, and the third. And that's not okay. Like, they're literally admitting that. And teachers do need to make more. For 1,000%. They do a lot. They wear a lot of hats. A lot. I mean, they are counselors, teachers, like,
and no lie. Shout out to any of my teachers that's watching this. If you have to deal with Vonice King in school, I thank you, because y'all was genuine. Y'all worked with me. I even had some that used to thump me and make me sit at the front. Like, I miss them kind of teachers. And, like, I thank God that we have that generation of y'all out there. And for those of y'all that's still here,
you thump a student now, they ready to fight.
Yeah, man.
Oh my God.
Yeah, but that's because that problem is at the household, man. And like, I have this problem now, even when I go in, like, I'm out here in this world. Sometimes I feel like I'm an outcast, because I walk in the grocery store still, and I say, "Excuse me." People look at me.
Real.
People look at me like I just called them a bitch. I be like, "Excuse me," and I'm saying, "Excuse me," because, like,
like, they looking at you trying to be like, "Yeah, what you mean, excuse me?" Excuse me.
Your manners,
because but you can't say that nowadays in store, because even then that allowing to be a confrontation.
Right.
What you mean, excuse me, bro?
Yeah, like, so I'm like, me personally, I feel like I'm in a whole different world, because, like, I just did 8 flat inside of a box. You know what I'm saying? This last go round, I did 8 years inside of a box, and when I say a box, I'm physically talking about a box. You know what I'm saying? Mentally, like that's a whole nother level too, man. Like, I'm trying to focus on, but all this involves the criminal system, which is the same system that I'm so sick and tired of all these people that I sit in front of. They be like, "Oh, I know the system is broke." Well, if it's broke, what the hell are we continuing on the process for?
Let's fix it.
If you know it's broke, why are we continuing the same process? Somewhere down the line, somebody really got people thinking that you're supposed to continue and then you can fix it along the way. No, if it's still broke here, it's going to be broke all the way around.
Exactly. Exactly.
Like, and I sit in front of my probation officers, all of them, like, I'm to the point, like, I'm telling y'all, like, when I walk into these courthouses, I used to go in there and I submit. I'm aware now.
Yeah.
So you can't say nothing to me. Like, my lawyer, no, you don't speak for me. You speak when I tell you to speak. If you don't, like, you can get the hell up out of here.
So whenever you used to go in there and you say you would submit, is it because you didn't know, like, what was going on?
Because I didn't know. Like, and the only thing I was like, my lawyer, in my heart, I always knew. I was like, in my heart, I knew, like, damn, man, like, I don't want to sign for this time. You know what I'm saying? But, like, fuck it, what's 6 years? I can go knock 6 years out because, like, I'm me.
It's like, what else can I do? Yeah.
Fuck.
You know what I'm saying? What's 6 years? I can knock this shit out. Parole, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to make parole less than 2. At least that's what that's the lie they tell you, right? That's the lie they tell you.
So I ain't trying to be funny, bro. I swear to God. But you said you did 8 flat?
Yeah, I just did 8 flat.
How?
That's what I'm saying. And see, look, that's a whole nother story.
Like mentally,
that's a whole nother story, because
I'm crying every day.
Because
nigga, I want to go home. Nigga, I want to be able to do what I want to do.
Give me the spoon. I'm finna start digging. I got to go.
like, man, I did 8 years, but it wasn't a smooth 8 years. It honestly, these last 8 years was the worst 8 years of my life.
Okay.
Like, these last 8 was the worst, but it was also the best, because, like, inside that solitary confinement, like, after trying to take my life so many times, I finally realized that there's a purpose.
Don't do that no more.
Like, no, it's a purpose.
Yeah.
Because even then, like, even to this day, like, I still have them same suicide thoughts. The only difference is, man, like, I give myself time now.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not scared to reach out and be like, hey, look, let me get some help before I do this. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I got my MHMR dude, like, on standby, because it's like, hey, look, like, how the hell did I just do this and they put me back out here while I'm dealing with this? You know what I'm saying? Like, and this is real life shit. Like, this is what's going on every day. Like, there's people dealing with this same exact shit right now. The only difference is that they sit inside of a cell block. I pray to my God every day. I tell them that they got to talk to them and get in tune with them, because, like, you can't fight these cases by yourself behind them walls. You can't. So if you got a loved one locked up, man, go send them a letter, a card, something. Like, you don't know how much more that can give that person to strive on. Like, even if you just call them and say, motherfucker, you stole from me, and that's all I remember. It's cool, because you just made him day. Like, you don't know what that one letter can do for somebody right now. And for all y'all that's out here, you know, y'all buying all these J's and shit, man, but you got a blood brother that ain't got a soup in his locker, man, you out of line, fam. You out of line. You in last place. If you got a homeboy that you did time with, he doing time for you, but you buying all these J's and he ain't got a soup in his locker, you in last place. You know what I'm saying? Like, let me show you something about me, man. My number one partner, my ace, Lamont Kennedy, is locked up right now. But I guarantee you, there's nothing that he can't call me and say right now for his baby mamas and all now. But they all in good hands, man. God got them under control. But my ace, my true friends know that, hey, at the drop of a call, I'm there. If you can't do nothing for him while he out there, but you know his son ain't got no hair and you got money, go get him a haircut. You ain't all that excuses y'all be making, man. Like, this is why I'm different. You know what I'm saying? This is why people, only time they see me is when Lamont came and got me. Like, I'm different. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't with the fake shit. I fuck with those that's like real live, real.
I ain't know my boy was.
You know what I'm saying? Like, real. Yeah, man. Shout out to Lamont, man.
See, last time he was on the podcast, now you on the podcast.
No, see, and it's crazy though, because like when he called me that day, I was getting my hair done, and he was like, "Man, I'm on the podcast," but I was like, "Oh, man, you bullshitting." Then I was like, at the same time, I like, "Man, you got me on like you live with it, right?" And he was like,
"Hey, no." The funny part about it is he hit me up on Snap, right? And so he like, "Yeah, you know, I want to come on." I'm like, "Cool." So I text him. And I'm like, this is Otis. So he was like, who? He's like, who the fuck is Otis? I'm like, it's Otis, bro. I'm like, Jarrell. He said, oh, okay, you got to talk to me. He said, because I don't know no Otis. I said, damn, bro. He said, bro, I ain't going to lie to you. He said, I kept looking at the award show, like, vote. He said, I kept seeing, but he like, I did not know your name was Otis.
I didn't.
It's actually funny because I have you on Snapchat now, right?
And I thought his name was remember I said Bebe. I always thought, but it's Bebe.
No, because it's funny though, because he added me on Snapchat, so we're Snapchat friends now. Okay. And he hit me up and he asked about if I knew
Darrell. I was like, you know, Darrell, like he added me, you know, to the podcast. So she was like, who? I was like, well, you might know him by Otis.
Yeah.
And she was like, yeah.
I was like, who is that? That's funny.
Yes, so my real name is Otis, named after my grandfather.
But yeah, man, we need a lot of these new things, man. But honestly, God, truth, man, we got to start by getting these people out the houses, like for real. Like we got to get the Texas state. If we can get the Texas state to flip back to a blue state, then we going somewhere, y'all. Other than that, we stuck. We gonna be stuck with people like Greg Abbott making these unnecessary ass, stupid ass, ridiculous ass child support orders. You know what I'm saying? And look. Why? Can I ask a lot of you women something? This is just honest truth. I want to know, because it don't make sense to me. I don't understand how you women that niggas don't want to be around the child, y'all basically submit and do whatever these niggas tell y'all to do, but then you got good niggas out here that trying to be with the kid. Y'all don't want them to see the kid. Y'all don't want nothing, none of that. But y'all just want the drama.
They want the money.
What's up with that? Like, I never seen so many cases. I never seen so many brothers, whether white, Mexican, or black, you know, in my street name, never seen so many of you niggas going around putting CPS in women's lives. Man, where that shit come from? Where is that shit coming from? I don't know. It don't even make sense. A nigga putting a woman on CPS, it's one thing if you just got a baby mama that she with the drama, so it's like, hey, you know what, I don't want to deal with the law, so I'm going to do this. But come on, man, honestly, God, truth, y'all know what y'all lay down with before y'all lay with them. And if
keep going.
And if it was just a one night stand, you know, hey, own up to it. Like, hey, let's be co-parents about this and keep pushing, but don't make a big deal about it, man.
Right.
Like, don't. You know what I'm saying? And man, like, hey,
it's so much. President.
It's so much. Hey, you know, it's so much I want to say though, man, because like I interact with a lot of people. Like, I miss my job at Swan because, like, this is a podcast, right? But I did this every day. I did this Monday through Saturday. I was a therapist at my job Monday through Saturday. Like, for anybody that worked at Swan, like, they know what's up right now. Like, this is what I did. Like, for real. I used to tell them, like, bro, like, we gonna do something different. Shit about to change. Like, I ain't laying down. Something about to change. McLennan County about to change. And it's crazy, though, because, like, Waco, y'all don't even know it, man. Waco really is it ain't just no weak-ass city in the state of Texas. Waco is really known on all aspects of the levels y'all want to think about. Like, I'm dead serious, like, political-wise, street-wise, like, it's all around the bushes, man. So if you can get this state of Texas, you know what I'm saying, it'd be lovely if Waco started it off where we got all these red flags out the house and got some blue states. And I'm not saying that I'm Democrat or none of that. I'm just saying that if we get the seats flipped, then maybe we can have some changes. Because right now what we got in office is all these old people that's stuck. Like, they stuck. Their mentality is stuck. They not seeing. They can't relate to none of the new generation. They can't relate to none of the generation. If you got a judge that was born way back in 1942, like, his mentality is still stuck. Like, he still see us not as a whole human. I think we was only considered like 1% anyway. You know, we wouldn't consider a whole man.
3/4.
You know, so something like that.
3/4.
Even then, see, I can't even memorize myself to tell myself that, because I'm a whole man and a God at one time. What the hell wrong with these people, man? But that's what they try to teach us.
That's what we have to get changed, that Constitution. I talked to my older sister about this shit. Like,
man, to hell with the Constitution. We just got to bring God back.
fuck with it.
Listen to me. We just got to bring God back in the equation. The Constitution wasn't shit without God anyway. Think about it. Look where they made it up from.
No, I agree with that 1,000%.
Look what the Constitution consists of, and then we tore it up. They tore it up. The moment they took Jesus out of the schoolhouse, what happened? You got 100 rounds. You got 100 rounds in the schoolhouse. They had a little kid that said he was going to school with a 100-round clip. This just happened like 2 weeks ago, man. This shit is crazy.
These kids crazy.
But I don't blame them. I blame the whole government system, because it's all together, man.
But you know, that also goes back into what y'all were talking about earlier, like how y'all had the safe house and everything. Mm-hmm. There's not as many outlets for kids to go to nowadays. Like, I know,
get us a safe house.
They don't want you to have these outlets, because if they wanted you to have the outlets, all they got to do is take all the NFL money that they making, the same programs that they putting this money in NFL games, the same money that they investing into them same kids that's already rich, bring it to those that's less than fortunate.
That need it.
And I'm not going to say poor. I'm just going to say less than fortunate, man, because if you serve God, you'll never be poor.
Period.
You know, so, see, I used to think a certain way when they told me that, man, but, like, when you become aware of who you is, can't nobody tell you different. That's why my brother needs to get off that stupid shit and man up. Man up. Because once you love you, can't nobody tell you different. Nobody. And it's funny you mentioned Pastor Solo, man, because Pastor Solo play a role in my life so much, man. Like, he don't even know it. Like, back when you asked me, you say mentally, how is you dealing with the prison system?
Yeah.
Like, man, there is no correct way you can deal with being treated like an animal and you supposed to be a human. There is no correct way. When you being treated like an animal, but they want you to respond like a human. And then if you respond like a human, they don't respect you. Like, I'm telling you right now, if watch this, you know they say the ward is supposed to run the penitentiary, right? Mm-hmm. I'm telling you right now, if I got locked up right now, I can walk into the warden office and slap the shit out of him and tell him, stop playing with me, man, go on by my business. You know what he gonna say? Mr. King, you play too much. Because that's the type of shit they respect down there. I can't go to the warden and be like, sir, can you give me a phone call? He do not respect that. I literally have to be like, say, bitch, give me a phone call. He gonna tell his captain, hey, give him a phone call.
Damn, you gotta cuss a motherfucker out. Say bitch ass nigga. I want my phone call.
This what they teach you. Anybody that's been locked up can tell you right now, man. This how they teach you down there.
That's insane, because it also makes me think about, like, whenever stuff is happening, you know, within, like, y'all's what are y'all's units and everything.
Right.
Like, if there's problems going on and all that, and those people that are very just, like, to themselves or whatever and calm, like, what do they do whenever there's a crisis? Because you got the people that are over here basically punking the wardens, the people that are in charge, and that sounds like that's a very stressful.
See, in the penitentiary, like the term "mind your business." If you don't know what mind your business you will learn. You know what I'm saying? If you don't know what mind your business is, you will learn. You know what I'm saying? But like even before
back up.
even before to that degree, right? Like you don't even have to go to jail to see like what I'm talking about because they praising it every day on TV now. You know what I'm saying?
Toxicity.
It became, now, watch this. It became a word because of the George Floyd thing, right? But like, if you notice now, like they praising and the cops ain't even tripping about beating your ass on camera now, like because they literally gonna get away with it. They can get away with it, man. Like
they
regardless,
did it more
like
than once.
they can get away with it. And see, look, that only reason why that situation turned out the way it did for him was because everybody raised hell. Mm-hmm. Everybody raised hell. You know what I'm saying? They raised hell.
It was
That's
too
why.
much. It was too far.
And that's one of many situations because there's you could only imagine how many
The
places there are.
Trayvon Martin one is the one that gets me if we want to talk about it.
Hey, watch
Because
this.
they told him, hey, stop following him. They was like, are you following him? Yes. Stop following him. And you kept following him. Lock this man up.
Prime example. But you know, I don't know what neighborhood he was in because I'm telling you right now, if it was in my neighborhood, you wouldn't have got to follow me like that. I asked you to stop following me the first time, I wouldn't have turned around. You know? That's just the honest truth. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't want to paint the picture. I have mixed breed kids now. You know what I'm saying? So like I don't want the stereotype of the whole race thing going on no more because like that shit really played out. It really is, but it still exists because the system, the criminal system, as long as the criminal system exists, racism is going to exist. It just ain't no way around it. Let me tell you something. If a fuck going to go call war on ISIS, you know what I'm saying? What y'all going to go declare war on ISIS for when you still have Aaron Circles, Aaron Brothers, and all of them right here in America? We got them right here in America. These are really terrorist gangs. Like, do y'all know that? Like, these are real live.
I ain't know. I thought they were just.
These are real live terrorists. They got a
criminals.
fucking constitution.
For real?
This is why we need to tear up the constitution. The Aaron people, the Ku Klux Klan, they got constitutions.
Yeah, them motherfuckers got to.
So
And they're still in our government to this day.
So this is
It's
why
insane.
I can't. This is why I can't take the criminal system serious because right here in McLennan County,
The last live hanging.
right here in McLennan County,
Seriously.
Twin Peaks, prime example of what's going on in McLennan County. Do you think if a group of Mexicans, group of blacks would have got together like that and just fought, we ain't even got to have no weapons?
You would have made it out.
You hear me? No, not made it out. No, half of us would have went to jail just because the music was too loud at Twin Peaks.
Or a loud conversation.
These people had a whole, situation up
Organized
there.
crime.
That's what it's called, court to them. But for us, it's just called a gathering. They said it was just a gathering, but the cops escalated it. Cops escalate shit for us all the time at a barbecue. All the time.
Too many blacks.
You know what I'm saying? Like, seriously, man. But, like, this is what we dealing with, man. And, like, physically you can do certain things, but until down south, like, y'all really got to get out here and vote these people out of office, man, because they been in there 30 years. These people been in the same seat for 30 years and ain't none changed. How the hell did we let Greg Abbott make governor? And he was the child support agent down here. Should have known he was going to be a piece of shit as a governor. Like, I'm just being honest with you, man. Like, I wasn't into politics, man. I got into this shit because I was incarcerated. Y'all forced me to. And now that we know these things, y'all don't want us to know these things. They don't want you to know that you got rights.
Switch it up.
They don't want you to know that, hey, after you commit a crime and you do your time, you can go and start voting again. They don't want you to know that.
You can also get some of these things off your record.
But see, even with a felony, everybody that's around me, I'm promoting this. Get your ass up and go vote. You don't do shit all day. You be on TikTok, you be on all this, get up and go vote. We all can get together, we all can go chill at the outside of the bowls and we can put in our votes. Cause we do the shit anyway.
No, for real.
We do the shit on a random Friday. We all just get together, sit in the parking
Might
lot.
well barbecue and go for
I just did it the other day. You know what I'm saying? I just did it the other day. I sat in the parking lot with some motherfuckers I don't know for 3 hours. I don't even know y'all. I'm just out here in the parking lot
Yeah.
with y'all.
Kicking it.
Like, y'all know me. I don't know y'all, though. I know 3 people out here.
Yeah.
But I'm out here with y'all. So if we can do this shit on some negative shit, why can't we get together and make some changes for real? Like, because y'all really got brothers that's sitting in the county right now that's about to face life sentences. You got motherfuckers over there signing for 30 years right now for a 2-year sentence. Come on, man.
Well, Bebe, we got to get together so we can start educating people.
Y'all
I'm going to follow
like,
you because I ain't going to lie to you. I ain't trying to study it, but.
Like, no, and see, that's the whole thing. Like, you don't even have to study. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, just start following. Whatever such and such do, y'all go do. But at that time, that's just for y'all that don't know what to do. If you don't know what to do and you want to follow somebody, go follow somebody that's trying to make a difference. For those of you that want to know what it is that you're doing, just pick up a book and read.
Follow me.
You know what I'm saying? just pick up and read, man. Like, shout out to that nigga Lil Baby too, man, because that nigga said some real shit, man. Like, in his music, this man say, look, and pay attention to all this, y'all. What happened to COVID?
Boom.
What happened, y'all?
It's still around.
Where?
Ish.
What happened, y'all? How all them people die like that? All them people die like that, and we came up with a vaccination less than what? 9 months? Less than 9 months? But we got AIDS, and you motherfuckers ain't figured out that yet. And how long? The fuck out of here. Vaccination. Shout out to y'all that got them vaccinations too, man. But y'all need 2 more now, right? Y'all got to get 2 more right. That's why I ain't do the vote. You know what I'm saying? They got to get 2 more. Like, this shit is crazy. But, yeah, we got to get all the judges out of McLennan County, all of them, man. You know, right now, I really didn't want to say too much because I know I still got this case, man. But, you know, my God is greater, so I know I got this jacket on my back. They coming because they watch everything we do, y'all. That's why you can't do too much. I don't know why half of y'all idiots be posting stuff anyway. You know what I'm saying? They watching me right now. They got to. You know that? The people. I used to call them the white people. Now I just call them the people because now I see that even when blacks and Mexicans get in position,
We the people.
they forget.
For the people.
You know what I'm
By the
saying?
people.
I used to call them the white people because that was the way I was raised. But now I see that even when blacks and Mexicans get in positions, they forget what they supposed to do.
Well, one thing, you know what I'm saying, bro, like, we just have to make sure that we hold ourselves accountable when we get to that position. We have to make sure that we don't forget. So, bro, I ain't gonna lie to you. I feel like that's something that I could follow you on because I see how passionate you are. But just think, like, once you help yourself out, how you can help that next generation person, or like how you can help somebody younger than you.
And let me share something with you real quick. Because, my therapist asked me a couple weeks ago. He say, what makes you happy?
Oof.
What makes you happy?
That's a deep-rooted question right there.
You
it
asking
sounds
for
like a
real?
simple
Yeah, I'm asking-
question.
yeah, what
It
makes you
sounds
happy?
like a simple question, but it's not.
You
Yeah, what makes you happy?
okay.
Like, genuinely happy.
Like a lot of like
What makes you happy?
Like,
whatever
just-
makes you happy.
a lot of things make me happy though, but what makes me like, you know what? What makes me happy is being like, for instance, because me and Dorothy talked about this. My girlfriend, we talked about it. My cousin talked about it. Like having people that you can actually go to and talk to about things, be open and vulnerable with, and don't have to feel like, oh, this person is judging me. Like genuinely having people in your corner, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like they always say, you don't really need friends, but you don't need a lot of friends.
So having genuine friends.
Yeah.
Well, okay.
Yeah.
What about you, Dorothy?
My daughter.
Yes. Well, see, there's the thing, and it's crazy because he asked me. He said, "What makes you happy?" And I told him, I say, honestly, what makes me happy is just knowing that the person that I'm around is doing better than me. Like that. That's literally what makes me happy because I'm 34.
Yeah.
I'm 34, and as a kid, I was robbed of my happiness. So being forced into the system and growing up in the system, I was put around kids that was like turned into animals. There's no such thing as a bad kid. There's no such thing. Because they're developing, they're growing. There's no such thing as a bad kid. But I was forced into a whole lifestyle to where I had a choice to either be a bully, or just be a bully.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's how it was for me. Like I hate people that pick on people, and like I'm quick to speak up. Like even if it ain't got nothing to do with me, like I'm quick to speak up.
That's good.
So being that like I'm 34 and I spent 20-something years of my life in prison, that became a part of me.
Yeah.
Like just making sure and being aware that everything around me is okay and right. So like I'm good to know that everything else is right. If everybody around me is happy and satisfied, they good, they in a good position, like I'm good. You know what I'm saying? Like even to this day, like right now, give me a prime example. Watch this. I was stranded down there in Iowa, right?
Mm-hmm.
I was stranded in Iowa. Like I didn't have gas money to get back, nothing, right? Literally. So this woman gave me like $12 or something. You know what I'm saying? She was like, here, go get you something to eat. So I went in the store and I just got me a cup of coffee. And while I was sitting there, this dude walked in and he was like, hey, can I get $1 or $2, just give me a drink? So I gave him $1 or $2 and I was like, what you doing? He was like, I'm getting me a drink. And I sat there and I was like, hey, give me the $2 back. And I gave him a 10. And I was like, man, get you a whole meal. You know what I'm saying? Get you a whole meal. Like, understand, I don't have nothing. I don't have gas to get back.
Yeah.
But I took this $12 she gave me, got me a coffee, gave him the 10 to get him something to eat. Like, and I'm cool. Even though I know I'm stranded, but like, I know he just walked off to get him something to eat. He good for the night. He just got him a meal.
Yeah.
Like, I'm good with that. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, being inside of a box, these folks, they mistreat you, man. They literally, like, holidays don't mean shit to me because, like, they try to make you beg for a holiday plate. Like, a Thanksgiving plate in there to them, to the guards, like, this is you winning a meal ticket.
Yeah.
Like, you got to work for this. Like, if you want this, what I'm supposed to have anyway, if you want this, then you got to do this. You got to get on your knees and crawl to the back of the cell and all this type of shit.
I won't eat.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't.
I won't eat.
And I don't. And it's crazy because even to this day out here in this world, like, because they done me like that, sometime in this world nowadays, I go days without eating because, like, I'm just so used to not doing it.
Yeah.
I can go eat if I want to, but I'm just so used to not doing it. But the reason why I say my happiness was taken from me is because, and a lot of y'all parents don't do this, man, because if you feel like your kid is having a problem mentally, man, stop taking them to these motherfucking people that don't know nothing about your child but you. Think about that. When God created us, he didn't create you and be like, I'm going to give you a motherfucking therapist to take care of your child. He gave you and whoever you had that child with to take care of that child, and he gave the community the access you need to help. That's it. You hear me? It wasn't no motherfucking medication.
Yeah.
Now, this is why I say I was deprived of my happiness, because on the inside of me, anybody that knows me, I'm a person that's filled with passion. You know what I'm saying? But I have this rage, this anger that comes from somewhere. But in my heart, that's not me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not. I will be violent, but I'm not a violent person. Mm-hmm. There's a difference. Being violent and being a violent person.
Yeah.
I have hate and I'm born with hate. No, there's two different things. Like, you create hate. Hate is created. It's created. No one has hate built in them. It's created. It's formed. Mm-hmm. So with that being said, now as a kid, my mama turned to these people for help. They said I had ADHD. So because they say I had ADHD, I didn't have ADHD. It's just that they was moving slower than what I was moving, if you want me to be honest. Because like I said, I learned how to multiply before I even started school. So like they was behind. I wasn't just hyper. Who not hyper? What kid not hyper? You know what I'm saying? So come to find out, right, they tell my mama, well, look, we need to put him on this medication, right? So I've been on this same medication since I was about 7. I've been on the same medication since I was 7. Now, my parents are responsible for me. You know, they call themselves listening to the doctors, the scientific facts, so what they say, right? It's funny how God say he got ways of showing y'all that he can prove that scientific ain't shit, that he's the beginning and the end, you know? Like, he got a funny way of showing it. But anyway, they put me on this medicine called Depakote. I've been on this medicine since I was 7. I just found out at the age of 31 that, hey, they not even supposed to give this medicine to a kid. The number one side effect for this medication is aggression, violent behavior. This is the number one side effect to this medication. But it's only a 15% chance that it can affect somebody. But this is the number one side effect to this medication. But it absolutely said you're not supposed to give this to a kid. So where the fuck is this anger coming from that they be talking about that I know nothing about? In my heart, I'm like, what the fuck? Why y'all say I'm mad? I know I'm not mad.
Yeah.
But at a moment, I can just spaz out, though. For what? Like, why? Then when I do, it's like, hey, what's his problem? What's wrong with him? The fuck you mean what's wrong with me?
And so so whenever you were put on that medication, clearly, I mean, of course, the doctors telling them about it. Your parents, they knew, or they were told at that point.
They was told that it was best.
So what would happen, like whenever you would act aggressively, since that is the number one side effect, would they take that in consideration, or what happened?
Like, no, you can't. I mean, maybe now they are taking in consideration because, like, when I go to trial on this case, all that has got to be brought up.
Right.
Like, all this is.
I asked that because there's so many things that people will overlook, and it's like, as parents, you know, I'm a parent, so even whenever my daughter, whenever she gets sick, my doctor or her doctor has to put her on some type of medication, an antibiotic to get clean, the flu, whatever.
Right.
I read through all those side effects. So it's like, as parents, you know, people, we read through everything, but it's like, do you really just take into factor, oh, this is the reason for what's going on, or do you just ignore it and, like, let it slide?
See, that's the thing. This is what you guys to do, because remember, this is your child. You're responsible for your child. If you really go to the doctor, they give us the name of a prescription. We can't even pronounce the motherfucker. Right.
So did your parents think about that at that time, or did they just kind of, like, push it aside?
To be honest with you, my mama was 16 when she had me, so she was still, you know, she was still growing. You know what I'm saying? She's still trying to figure out.
It's their first time here too.
Like I said, like we listen to these doctors because, like, we told, listen to these folks, they know it all. You know what I'm saying? It's the doctor. Who else know how to fix you if it ain't the doctor? But, you know, hey, as a kid, I didn't understand it, but as a grown up, ask yourself why it's 2 snakes on the side of the ambulance.
Oh, Clark Motors.
They give you one poison to take care of another poison, but it might fix this sickness, but it's gonna cause another sickness.
Yeah.
I didn't know this though.
It's all about money.
I didn't know this. And then if you don't got the money, they won't even see you. You just gonna die.
So, my brother, what is something that you want to leave the youth with? Like, you know what I'm saying, before
For
we
me,
go?
the youth, man, listen, man, I wish if we can get a hold of that LGY song, man. Like for real, like if we can get it, y'all listen. Go.
I was
look
gonna
up this song.
ask you if you really remember.
It's man, I know the words, man. Listen, hey, it's on YouTube, man. It's called "Hey Young World." LGYs, man.
Hey, he was
Go
speaking.
listen up, man.
No lie, no.
And
cap.
look, he was telling it too. He was like, "Hey," he was like, "Hey, hold on, I'm gonna see if I can hit it." It was like. He say, hey, young world, don't believe in what they telling you. You can prevail, live in the hell, you ain't a failure. Hey, young world, I know the time is hard, but believe in your God. He get you out your struggle. Man, I just remember some of it, but like it's just.
I don't remember the whole song, but that
part of it though. He said, don't believe in what they telling you. Like they was telling us in the hood, like, man, we was meant to fail. You know what I'm saying? Like it's set up for us to fail. But just because it's set up don't mean you have to, because like you can learn from someone else's mistakes. And that's what wisdom come into play, when you learn from somebody else's mistakes. And what I lead to the young world, man, is like, hey man, look, I don't care what they tell y'all, God is real. He's real, man. Like, he real. Honestly, pick up yourself a book and put these guns down, man, because when you hit the highway, you ain't got no pistol. You really ain't got no pistol. You ain't gonna have no homeboys. Only person gonna be writing you is probably your mama. Probably. That's why I said probably. And maybe your grandmother. Other than that, ain't nobody really gonna write you when you hit the road. Now, while you're in the county, you might have a real woman, man. Like, listen, if you got it, and that's another thing. Let me get that to it one time, man, because I don't want y'all to think I'm a bad person, because I tell all my sisters this, all of them. Hey, man, if you got you a good woman out there, treat her right, man. Like, for real, because, you know, the whole player shit that I was taught when I was growing up, like, it was a thing. It was in style now, but shit done flipped, man. These women are the new players, and a lot of y'all niggas can't take it, because I know I couldn't. Like, you know what I'm saying? Just being honest with y'all. Like, shit done flipped, you know what I'm saying? And, hey, man, leave these streets alone, man, because it really ain't nothing out here.
Like, Janice, if you got you a good one, you hold on.
It's plenty of ways to get money, man, but, like, robbing a nigga, that ain't it. These guns ain't gonna do nothing. Like, for real, they gonna hang y'all, man. Like, do something different. But for real, get out there and go vote and get these people out these seats, man. Get these people out these seats.
Where can they follow you at?
Hey, man, don't follow me nowhere, man, because I ain't gonna lie to you. Don't follow me nowhere. Right. Like, nah, I'm just playing.
All right,
like, I'm on Snapchat, Facebook under BB King, man. You know, that's the only name I go by. It's the only one I can use right now because my government name, you know, they watching. But you follow me on Facebook, Snapchat, you know. I'm there, man.
All right. Well, no, I appreciate you for coming on. You see, you thought I was playing. I was like, bro, I got you. I was for real, bro. Like, anytime somebody reach out and say they want to come on, I'm like, shit, you ain't never gotta ask me twice. I got you.
It's
nigga
good,
hit me
man.
up the whole week. You for real, bro?
Aww,
you for real?
I love
man, bro.
Hey,
And then he got mad to me. Hit me up all late and shit. I'm like, bro, I just got out. I'm trying. Like,
for real, because I was just about to get into bed and go to sleep, and I was like, oh man, bro said he was gonna come through, so let me wait before I take my clothes off, man.
Yes, sir. We just record late. That's all.
It's cool. It's cool, man.
Since we've been hanging, I ain't never did you wrong.
It's cool, man. I appreciate y'all. It's nice meeting you too, Dorothy, man.
Yes, you as well.
You have any questions for us?
Man, y'all gotta do this. Where can I follow y'all at? Really on this station, because we need to get this out there, man.
It's ain't nobody coming to see you, Otis.
That's why I went and vote for y'all. Say, man, go
Thank
over there
you.
and vote right now.
Well, it's the voting closed, but
well, whatever. Well, listen.
You know what I'm saying? Go listen.
It don't even matter. What's the name of it?
Ain't nobody coming to see you, Otis.
Hey, that's crazy, because really ain't nobody going. That's crazy. That's the name of this topic, because ain't none of y'all going to go see y'all peoples, man. Shout out.
None of y'all.
Tito. Free my nigga Lamont, my brother John, Craig, you know.
But yeah, free Lamont for real.
Yeah,
though. That
man,
hurt my
Lamont
heart.
Kennedy,
I didn't know
man.
that. He was.
Yeah,
hey, when he get out, he got to come back on the podcast.
And that's crazy though, because look, like when Lamont come back, like we gonna come do this together.
Yeah.
Like, cause that's my ace. That's my ace.
Where Ray at?
Oh man, I heard they just got Ray Field the other day, man.
All right, we ain't gonna talk about that.
Yeah.
All right though, Dorothy, you have any excerpts, anything to say?
This has been a very good, a very amazing, a very deep-rooted episode. And I feel like this has spoken to a lot of people in more ways than one. It's crazy that you're coming on here speaking about this, because I was literally on the phone with my daughter's father earlier talking about this same subject. He's going through some stuff as far as like court goes and all that. I won't go into details, but he was saying the same thing, like, as far as people needing to know the laws and reading and understanding, so you know what's going on, and you're able to go and stand in front of these people and, you know, just have that confidence and all that. So I love this. I was texting him during this, actually, to tell him, I know he's asleep. His phone's on silent. So, but no, this has been awesome. It's been a pleasure meeting you. I appreciate you for coming. And
We gotta stay in touch. Man.
And we will. And you have a very
as well.
definitely
Like,
in our
seriously.
prayer. Please keep us updated
I will.
on situation. We'll tell everybody about how it goes. You know, and just Thank you. You have a very confident style, but it's very. You have a great heart. Yes, it's confident yet humble, and it's very motivating. So you have a great story, and you have a lot of knowledge for these kids, and even people like our age and older that would listen to you. So just keep doing what you do.
Real quick, see, that's the biggest thing for me, because I have always asked myself, like, I know a lot of people still do to this day. It's like, why this, why that, why that? Like, for me now, it's more like, okay, what you want me to get out of it?
Yeah.
Like, this happened, what you want me to learn from it? Because now I know, I genuinely, personally know now that, like, if you haven't been through nothing, you really can't relate to too many people.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? And just because you haven't been through nothing, don't mean that you can't listen to a person. And some people need to learn that. Like, some places, maybe you just there to listen. Mm-hmm. That's it. Like, you're not there to speak. Just listen. And you do so much better just by listening, because when you hear certain things, then you can make something activate. You hear me? Because sometimes it's not all about what you know. It's all about who you know. Mm. And I learned that a long time ago. It's about who you know. Shout out to Pastor Solo. I love you, man.
Well, once again, my brother, appreciate you coming on. I'm personally glad you came on. It's been a minute. Yeah. But yeah, bro, you just keep your head up, because you're gonna make it through.
Oh yeah, man, no doubt.
You're gonna make it through.
There's a purpose to the pain.
No purpose.
So make sure y'all like,
subscribe,
and follow
wherever
you get your podcast from. It's been a pleasure. I'm OT.
I'm Dorothy.
And I'm Bebe.
Thank y'all for tuning in to
Ain't nobody coming to see you, Otis.
Make sure you
like,
subscribe,
and follow
wherever you get your podcast from.
That's right, Otis. Whatever you say, Otis.
It's been real. It's your boy OT.
And Miss Dorothy.
And we'll see you on the next episode of
Ain't nobody coming to see you, Otis. Y'all ain't stupid. They coming to see me.